Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. We are doing an unboxing today for Chanel. If you guys love Chanel bags, you will love this unboxing. It is a really popular bag at the moment that I have multiples of. That's right. I'm opening with this video letting you guys know that I'm a crazy person buying yet another bag of the same thing. When you guys see it, you'll be like, oh, that's why you bought another one. So it comes in the beautiful black, very tactile matte box from Chanel. I have already opened it, guys, so spoiler alert. It has the tissue paper, it has the dust bag, it is a really big bag. Now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but Chanel have started putting their labels kind of the wrong way, which is kind of weird. But that's why this one's done like that. Sometimes you get them that way and then other times you get them this way. I think depending on how they sit in the box, I'm not sure. But it has the drawstring up the top as well. I've loosened it so I can show you guys this bag. Are you guys ready for the reveal? Ta-da! Yes, I know what you're saying. Naomi, you already have one of those. You've got multiples of those. Yes, I do. I do. I'll put my hand up now and say, yes, I do. This is a Chanel 19 in the large size. It is my favorite size of the Chanel 19s. Now, this color is a very interesting color. It is the new 21P, I think it's called, caramel color from Chanel. You guys know I have another camel color, which is that one there. I will do a comparison in a second. And I've had that one for years. But they recently came out with this color and I have had so many questions from you guys regarding this color and what the difference is, and is that the color or is it a different color, or what's the difference between that color and the new color. I get so many questions and I know this color has been so popular and quite a big hit, and I can see why, because it's a beautiful warm caramel tan color. It's a beautiful neutral. It's going to go with absolutely everything. I can see why this color would be so popular. I've always loved my other one. I've got no qualms about the other one. I would still wear it depending on the outfit. But I really want to check out this color because I know that you guys are going nuts about it. This one, just like all the others, has got the two-tone. It's got the brushed gold here, and then it goes into a shiny kind of a gunmetal silver. I would say it's a dark silver gunmetal. And then up the top on the handle, you've got the two-tone of the brushed gunmetal and then the polished gunmetal. Now, you guys may have seen recently that Chanel have come out with a few different versions of the hardware. They have the silver version, so the one with silver here, or gunmetal. There's also the black, so I think that's the gunmetal, like the dark silver. And then they also have a matte black? No, they've also got a shiny black, which is like they're so black in the cocoa handle that I've got. And I have to say, I think that is a really smart decision, because sometimes people aren't into gold. Sometimes they don't want this, they just want like a dark metal, or they just want a silver. So having that option is amazing, and I believe this is also different, so whatever this is, it's the same. So if it's black, then it's black here, etc. This one has got the slip pocket in the back like all of them do. This one is so well done, guys. Now the bottom, I get a lot of questions about the bottom because I don't tend to show the bottom. I didn't realize I wasn't showing the bottom. I didn't think it was that important, but you guys want to know what the bottom looks like. This is what it looks like. There is no feet. So you got to keep that in mind. It is a puffy bag, so I can understand why they didn't put feet on this bag, because it would be a waste. Because it's so puffy, it would probably just lay on the leather anyway, whatever you're touching this with. So you got to be careful with the base. This one seems a little bit more puffier than my other ones. I'm not sure why, but it just does. The puffiness and the leather. I have to say the leather is super buttery. This color in this leather and the way that it's sewn, it's just that tiny bit more puffy than my others, but that could just be because it's new. Opening it up, it's just a plain flat pocket with the inside of the CC. This one has the star screws, beautiful. So the inside, they are doing new internals. I will try and show you in some close-ups, but they've got the Chanel plate at the back, which is very normal. The zipper pocket, which is also amazing. I've still got stuffing in here, guys, just to make it a bit puffy. And they've also got these new plates, which actually have a code on them, which I'm sure corresponds with the authenticity code that must be somewhere in the box. So yeah, new way of doing their codes, which I think is absolutely amazing. The internals is just like a tan colored cotton fabric in the tiny ribs that Chanel is known for. The strap is really beautiful. The leather is entwined really well. There is double stitching here, 2 points of back stitching, and the same with the other side. I did have an issue with one of my previous ones where the leather kind of unraveled a little bit, but I've sort of fixed that now. But I mean, that's the only one, the pink one that I got was the only one that happened with. But this one is probably one of the best ones that I have received. I can just sort of tell by the leather, the thickness of the leather. It's just beautiful, just beautiful. Now you guys know that I have been to the Chanel store quite a few times, and I have looked at these bags, and the leather does vary from bag to bag. They're kind of all unique in a way, so don't think that if you've got one and the leather looks different to another one that a girlfriend has, that it's, you know, one of them's a fake. They actually have different leathers. So you got to remember to not just look at one bag in store, look at multiples of the same one. This one, because it's not a print, like a print on leather, it's actually the leather, the smooth leather. Sometimes you'll find it more grainy in parts, and other parts you will find smoother. And that's what I found when I was in the Chanel store. And you sort of have to choose the one that you want. When my mother was buying hers, she had 3 to choose from, and all the leathers were different, just in the finish of the 19 in this front part. And she had to choose whether she wanted one that was a little bit more rough, one that was a little bit more shiny, one that was a little bit more smooth, etc. So this color is gorgeous. I can see why it is so popular. Me just looking at it in the viewfinder, it is quite a strong terracotta kind of tan color. It doesn't look as strong on camera than in reality. In reality, it's quite warm, it's quite tan, and I will be comparing it to some other tan bags so you guys can get an idea of the color. If you guys are enjoying this video, please subscribe to my channel. Do it now before you forget. I post content all the time on fashion and handbags, mainly handbags. So if you love handbags and designer bags, please subscribe to my channel because I'm sure you will love it here. Now the first comparison of the large Chanel 19 is my old camel colored one. You can see here that this one's drooped down a little bit over time because I've been using it, but they're pretty much the same bag. This one does seem a little bit more puffy. I think it's maybe because it's new. It's maybe made of a slightly different leather, maybe. I do find this one very buttery and puffy and kind of plump, whereas this leather is soft and buttery, but it's a little bit flatter in its feel. The main difference is the color. This one is a lot more of a yellow tone, beigey tone, kind of camel color, and this one is a warm orangey, little bit more reds, kind of a tan color. Tans come in so many different variations that you could definitely have a yellow toned bag, brown, and then orange or a red tone brown bag. So, you know, but capacity wise and everything, these guys are identical. I do have an insert in this one, but I don't have anything in it, so it is not as puffy as this one currently because I actually have a some stuffing in it that actually came with the bag. Will I be getting rid of one? Maybe I'll be getting rid of one when I do my sale at the end of the year. I'm not sure which one I will actually grab more. I absolutely love this one, and I find that this goes with so many outfits, but just depends if I reach for this one. I might, so we'll see how we go. The next comparison I'm going to do is with the tan Birkin, or the Birkin in gold, I should say. This one I don't think is actually gold. I think the name is Sienna. There is a name of this one, so it's not the normal gold color, because I do get questions about this all the time. I originally thought it was the gold, but it's not. There's another color that's warmer than the gold that happened quite a few years ago, and that's what this color is. I will show you guys the gold color in a second, but just to give you a comparison, the capacity of these two bags is very, very similar, because I carry an insert in this Birkin. This is a 30 Birkin and this is a 30 Chanel 19. So the capacity should be very, very similar. Because of the way the top sort of comes in on the Birkin, you can't really fit stuff at the top of it. So I do find that it's mainly the bottom that you're going to be getting all that volume. And if you kind of have a look, the Birkin is wider, so technically you could fit more in it, but I just look at the capacity because I've got an insert, there's quite a bit going on. And you can sort of see there, because I've got this heavy duty insert, you know, technically if I pulled that out, you could fit a lot more than the 3019, but to be honest, they're very, very similar in size. Just to show you guys, this is a much more richer terracotta color, and it's kind of making this bag look a lot more muted, the 19, whereas when I showed you with the other 19, it looked a lot more red and orange. Just to give you guys a quick comparison, this is the gold color from Hermes. This is in the Epsom leather in gold, and this is Togo, but it is a different, slightly different color. A couple of seasons ago, I'll have to find it. Now the last comparison I'm going to do is with the Chanel Trendy CC, and that's because I get so many questions about these two bags and which one I would actually prefer. To be honest, it really depends on where I'm going, what I'm doing, because the purposes of these two bags are quite different, and the way you would wear them would be a little bit different. I find that the 19 is a lot more casual, it's a lot more relaxed, it's a lot more easygoing. You know, you can kind of fill it, not fill it, put a water bottle in it, kind of, you know, there's just sort of one bucket interior, which is amazing. Whereas the Trendy, I find the Trendy to be a little bit more put together and a little bit more proper and classy. So because of that, the leather is also a lot more delicate, it's smooth, and you would think that this smooth leather would be just as delicate, but I find this more moldable because it's soft, it's puffy, it's relaxed. This is quite straight and stiff, so when you get a mark on this, you can really see it. So I would keep that in mind, and this is a lot more structured, so it doesn't really have the relaxed vibe that the 19 has. So depending on what you're going to use it for, how you wear your clothes and your bags and your outfits would probably determine which one. But I love them both equally, and I think they both have their purpose in a wardrobe. Just sort of depends how you guys would wear it, I guess, and if it would fit into your wardrobe. Just to do a bit of a comparison, the Chanel Trendy is obviously a lot smaller, and it also has the accordion pockets, and the accordion pockets are problematic, as you guys know. When you have accordion pockets like the Trendy, it's a lot more difficult to fit stuff in than one big bucket. The big bucket, you can pretty much put a water bottle in there, as mentioned. In the Chanel Trendy, you cannot put a water bottle in. The compartments are not big enough. So it's about, you know, small little makeup bags, little coin pouches, little wallets, things like that. So I feel like the Chanel Trendy is not for everyone. However, I've had people tell me how much they dislike this bag because it just looks so disheveled after a couple of months because of the wear and tear, and how it's a floppy bag, it looks loose and extra floppy over time. So that's something to consider if you guys will have a problem with that in time. I really look after my bags, and you can sort of see in the background that I've had some Chanel 19s for years and they still look nearly identical to new. That's because I don't overfill them and I don't wear them to death, basically. I have a lot of handbags, so I kind of spread my wear around. But for people, I have a friend who has used this day in, day out, and it started to look really quite tired, and she hates it. She hates the fact that it looks like that only after a couple of months. So keep that in mind. Remember guys, that if you want any information on this bag or any of the bags you see behind me, you need to subscribe to my magazine. I'll put a link to my magazine in this video or in the description, or you can find it in my link tree on my Instagram. There is a bit of a workaround to get there because I have a lot of links and stuff like that in the magazine. So if you would like information on that, just subscribe and you'll get access to it. All right, let's go into the mod shots now. I am wearing something quite different for myself. I am wearing a co-ord suit, a shirt and wide pant suit set, I should say, not a suit. And I got this from H&M. I think it could be last season because it was one of the very few ones left in store. However, I thought it was a new product. And I absolutely love this. I find it so relaxing. I find it so holiday vibes. You know, I absolutely love it. And it can be dressed up with heels or it can be worn with flats. I do need to get my pants hemmed, so please excuse how long they are. But you can see this bag teamed up with a very basic outfit. This would also look amazing with tan boots or, you know, a jacket, or maybe the teddy coat that used to go around a couple of years ago that was in this color would be stunning as well. But you don't have to match it. Really, this is a neutral that would go with just about anything. Imagine this with jeans. I think it would look absolutely stunning, or even all white or all black outfits would look amazing as well. So you can see me hand holding this bag from the top handle. I love using this top handle because it's so easy to cart the bag around from your house to the car to the shops, etc. Also, this shoulder strap I don't really wear on the shoulder because it's a little bit long for me. You can see here. But I do wear it crossbody, and I do this when I need to go to the shops or when I need my hands free. Sometimes this happens impromptu, so I pretty much love the option of the strap. I have to say I don't use the strap that often, but when I have to, it's there, and I love that about it. It's so practical. This is one of the larger bags in the Chanel 19, and I know a lot of you guys like the smaller size, but for me, this is the perfect size because it just fits everything. It fits all my daily essentials and more. If I bought something at the shops, I could put it in here, no problems. So I really love this size. I find it's the perfect size for me. I've mentioned this to you guys before. I have to wear this bag with an insert. I cannot wear it without. I don't like how floppy it is, so I always need an insert when I buy these. I have a lot of different companies that I use to buy inserts. I have bought them from Samorga. I do find their time frames really long, so sometimes I prefer to buy it from Amazon because sometimes the Amazon time frames are really quick, and that's usually where I find the easiest and fastest way to actually purchase them. There you go guys, there is my new Chanel 19 in the new caramel color. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I post 2 videos a week on fashion and handbags, and also head to my Instagram. I post nearly daily over there, polls, giveaways and a whole lot more, so be a part of our community. And I hope to see you next time in my next video. Thanks for watching.
I won't put up with it. I know you think you're quick.